creators of Almighty Foods. Hello, Molly.
Hiya.
Hey, hello.
So they have the most amazing chocolate. I'm not just saying that because they're standing here, but it really is amazing. So, and it's vegan.
Yes.
It's healthy. Can you tell us like how you've come up with this?
I think I'll let you answer this one, Josh.
Okay, so it was all based upon the idea that chocolate is it's something that everyone knows. You know, kids love it, elderly people love it, all walks of people love chocolate, generally. So it was the idea that if we could create this thing and we could add into it different herbs and different things from around the world that people wouldn't usually eat, which are very conducive to health. So the chocolate becomes a delivery system. And that was the premise of it. That was how it started, and from then on, the evolution took place. And here we are, 9 months later.
Oh yeah, only 9 months.
Only 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was it yourself, like, who came up with the idea of?
It was Josh. We first of all came up with this idea about the medicine man, and we wanted to go around and selling healthy things at festivals. And then
Started to
Josh
grind chocolate.
started to grind chocolate. He got the grinding machines, and then we started off really small, and yeah, kind of mastered the art of making chocolate.
Wow. It is really good. Like, it's so smooth, and like, how do you get that kind of consistency?
Well, a lot of other raw chocolates, they can be quite gritty and bitty, and maybe they're just mixed with cacao, but we stone grind, so we put it in this big machine that holds about 30 kilos of chocolate at a time.
It's like a pestle and mortar.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, it's a pestle and mortar.
Wow.
So it runs for a long time, and it just grinds and grinds and grinds until we're happy with the consistency of it.
And now we can really notice if there's bits through it, if the sugar hasn't been ground for long enough.
Okay.
We're coming quite precise with the different textures of the
Yeah.
chocolate.
Okay. So as regards to your chocolates, like, what's the main base? If you're not using dairy, then what are you using?
Nuts
Nuts.
make it really creamy, so we use
Okay.
like cashews, coconut, put vanilla in there as well.
Brazil nuts,
Brazil
hemp
nuts.
seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're capturing the essence of these things, and on their own they would maybe be crunchy. Like a hemp seed's very crunchy, you know. But when you grind it down and you don't get the texture, you're merely getting the flavour composition.
Very creamy as well,
It is
isn't
very
it?
creamy. Yeah. So that's what we're capturing with that. Yeah.
Nice. So you do chocolates, you do like chocolate spreads, and so what else do you do?
We do a lot of other products. We don't have a lot of products on the market right now. I mean, we have so much up our sleeve, you know, and we're just slowly releasing it. But the next thing coming up are we're really getting into the activated nuts, so we're soaking and sprouting things,
Yeah.
and awakening the life force. You know, washing off any sort of nasty compounds that might be on the outside of the nuts. And once we've done that, we're coating it with our stone ground chocolate. So this is the next thing. We're hoping to get out a range of chocolate coated activated nuts and seeds as well. We didn't want it to be limited to chocolate, although that's what we're really all about just now, but it's ultimately going to be a range of various different things, from liquids, juices, kombuchas, to
ferments.
chocolate. You know, ferments is going to be something we're going to get on. We've been making a lot of fermented salsa, so we're really excited about getting this out to people, and things that are not dried. We sell a lot of dried products, you know, things that are actually full of moisture and living, full of enzymes and really good for your gut. You know, that's another side of Almighty Foods that we're wanting to get onto sometime in the future. More videos, and maybe even a little cookbook, you know, but not just a cookbook teaching you recipes, but actually teaching you why you would want to eat these different things. You asked us what we're going to be doing. We're going to make a pure range, so just completely like pure raw cashew butter, raw hazelnut, raw pine nut. And that's going to, and we're going to do them in smaller jars, so because they're pure, they're more expensive. So we want to make them more accessible to everyone, rather than it just being
For the elitists.
for the elite, or people who can pay £10 for a jar of nut butter.
It's
you
really
know?
important that most people get to benefit from eating well.
I think that we felt such dramatic changes in our lives from using these things that they're too great to keep to ourselves. You know, it's just like that with when you find something really good, you want to tell everyone about it and shout from the rooftops. So we thought, well, let's start up a company, you know.
We've done such a good job, like the quality that comes through on them, like even the packaging, as I said, like the logo and just the quality. Like, really,
Thank you.
done such a good job. Worked really hard, you can see, like the effort.
It's definitely a synergistic experience with Molly and I think that we both have an important role to play in the final end product, and the chocolate and the nut butters, they're beautiful in themselves, but it's very much so how they're packaged and how they're presented to the public, and that's a big part of it. So making it was one thing, but getting it to people in the form that it is a complete other story, you know.
Definite journey.
Yeah. So what, like, in the past 9 months, if you've only done it for 9 months, it's amazing. But so where did it start out? Like, how were you? Just a small production and stuff, and like, how has it grown to now?
We've always known that we wanted to go big.
Right.
So first of all, we started with buying these grinding machines. Josh, you had a bit of money and thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and buy these machines and get them sent all the way from India. So we started off with this really...
It was a risk.
Yeah. These really small 3 kilo grinding machines. Started off doing little batches, but of course we bought 6 of them. So we thought we could up production.
We had to move out of our house.
Wow.
When we first bought the machinery, we were running it in our house, and after the first night of running it, our neighbours came down and said, "Did you have a concrete mixer in here last night?" So we instantly realised that to run the 6 of them would be impossible.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we had to find an industrial premises.
Yes, you did.
We had to go through planning permission to set up a kitchen and where we were, and we had to go through food hygiene and this and that and the next thing. So there's so many hurdles. It was not easy at all. It really was not. But we've been through the worst of it now, and it's fair to say we're set up. We're still in the same premises that we were in, but we're
It's an
starting to
old
now
jute mill.
realise,
Which is really cool to be milling again, which was one time a mill for
Yep.
making jute, which is really
cool.
popular in Dundee.
Nice. Cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
So now, what's your plans then for the future, like, or the near future?
I see somewhere in the countryside, somewhere in paradise. That's our aim. I've just got paradise in my head, somewhere with pineapples and coconuts.
Our paradise.
Our paradise.
Yeah.
But soon we want to be in a bigger premises and maybe have a
Countryside.
barn in the countryside, being able to invite people over. It's just taking every day as it comes. It's going really well for us just now, and we've managed to secure deals with wholesalers just this week. So it's going to up production for us. We're looking to get a team involved, a superfood team involved with us.
In Australia.
In Australia, yeah, we're going
So-
to a natural foods expo in May in Australia.
Wow.
We're going to try and introduce some mighty foods over there.
Yeah, my cousin's really keen for starting one up.
Family.
So we're
So
going
you
to.
like franchise it out, or you just?
We're not sure yet.
We're not sure how
gonna
that's going to go, but
yeah.
as long as it gets out there to the world,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I think that it's very easy to remain just Molly and I and churning out a small amount, but I think that, yeah, it's
Eventually, you have to take that step.
it's important, and it's the unknown. We don't really know what's going to happen, but we could sit here or we could go, and we're wanting to go with it. You know, we
We've
want to
met
take
so
it as
many
far as we
people.
possibly can.
So many amazing people on the way.
Yeah.
Get to come in awesome shops like this and meet you guys as well,
like
and
yourselves,
do the festivals, and giving people chocolate makes them happy. You can see their energy levels going up when they're eating it. They're always dead intrigued. It's like meet your maker, so we're standing in here passing out samples of chocolate, saying that we make it locally in Scotland.
Yeah.
And I know that in Scotland in general, we're quite far behind the rest of the world's progression with that, you know. So we're really honoured to be pushing that, and I think that through us doing this, we're also inspiring others to think, oh, well, why can't we do this? Or you know, so it's creating. It's going to create more brands. It's going to create more awareness for health foods and health. And
That's what it's about for us. It's really creating awareness of all the different healthy foods there are, and then people taking a look at themselves and a look at what they're putting into their bodies. And our slogan is "Nourish your temple." So it's about treating your body as a temple and thinking about what you're putting in it. And
It's not just like healthy food is like rabbit food. It's
Yeah.
like it's actually really tasty.
definitely can be. And I mean, there's so
makes you
many.
feel good.
So many people in Scotland that we get to meet that are doing the same thing. They're kind of like producing something healthy, something different, different kind of juice bars, and people serving healthy juices, and really cool shops to come in and meet the
great to be a
people.
part of it all.
Yeah, really honoured.
You know, from going from this being an idea and it just being kind of us being into making juices and chocolate and stuff, we're now connected to all these other people, you know, and it feels abundant.
Yeah. I saw you at Veg Fest as well. How was that?
Fantastic experience. Yeah, really busy,
First
but
in Scotland. That's
First in
amazing.
Scotland.
hurrah, you know, it was
Great
quite
turnout.
overwhelming.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like 8,000 people or something
Yeah.
attended. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I was at the Good Food Show a few like a month before the Veg Fest, and the vibe was completely different.
Right.
You know, the Veg Fest was like a celebration.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really beautiful to be around,
Yeah.
really great, and there was a lot of cool people there into the same type of thing, and it was just brilliant.
And where can people get your products? Like, where can they find you at the moment?
So around Scotland, we're in most of the major health stores.
Yeah.
You can look on our site. It's www.almightyfoods.co.uk, and we have all our list of retailers on there. We're also selling online.
Yes.
So yeah, check us out, and always remember, nourish your temple.
Nourish your temple.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.